It's time to rewire your mind. Welcome to the Hayden Russo Show, the show that provides you with inspiration to help you succeed in life. Here's your host, Hayden Russo.
Hello there. As y'all I say it all the time. I like it when we start this show. Hello there. I gotta tell you, as always, I miss you guys, miss communicating with you guys. It seems like the week is so short or so long when it's time to get back to you guys. But I'm happy to be here. I'm glad you're listening to the Hayden Russo Show on Talk Zone. I have to tell you, my last couple of days has been extraordinary in terms of supporting my family and my kids. My nephew goes to a popular school at Newman. My other son goes to Oxbridge. They play twice a year. And my nephew was cut from Oxbridge and went to Newman, so it's unfortunate and uncomfortable when they play each other. But I managed through it, and to watch that young man grow from someone that has been in a shell and has not been performing and to perform at a high level, is very rewarding. Very, 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 very rewarding. But then, on the other hand, for the football team, there are a couple players that I like. I've, mentored. They've stayed here at my house and spent a lot of time with my son. And you try to reach out to these kids and to encourage them that opportunities will not always be there for you. And it's extremely important that you take advantage of your opportunity when you have a chance. And it's too late when that opportunity is gone. It's just too late. A couple of the kids were at my house approximately 6 months ago, and I told them, hey, look, if you don't change your attitude and get your life together, you're going to get cut from this school. You're going to lose the opportunity that this school is trying to afford you. And lo and behold, the two young men have been removed from the team. And their attitudes, lack of discipline, have caught up to them. And these two young men right now are probably facing some extreme challenges and wondering what to do. When you get in situations like this, young man, or young men in this case, go back to doing what you do. Go back to reestablishing yourself. Go back to being humble. Go back to practicing. And this time, start reading some materials about attitude and appreciation. I believe that Oxbridge is one of the best schools on the planet. I think the founder of the school had a profound vision to make this school one of the best in the country. These kids have everything. And to be removed from this team is a punishment. And I hope that all of the kids throughout the community learn from these young men's temporary setbacks, because I believe that it's going to make them stronger and a better person. But you cannot let your temporary setbacks define who you are, define what it is that you come to do. You came to play football. And just because you're not going to be able to play football at Oxbridge Academy anymore, it does not mean that you cannot continue to pursue your dreams. So I say to you guys and to anyone else that may be experiencing similar issues, please take advantage of your opportunities. And when your opportunities are taken away from you, go and create new opportunities for yourself. The phone lines are open. If you'd like to join our conversation, just call in. 888, go for it. That's 888-463-6748. Our topic today is going to be about the family structure, the importance and the dynamics of a family and how it affects kids and how it affects the people around you. I got, look, this person that y'all hear on the radio had some very hard comings to get to this point. I made a lot of mistakes. I've had a lot of tough times in my life. But before I get into this conversation about family, I think that it's important that I acknowledge that I've done some bad things when it comes to family. I have not been the best of parent, but I continue to learn and work on my parenting skills to become a better man. And my wife could have easily in any of those times walked away and gave up. My kids could have given up on me. But they saw something in me that I didn't see in myself. They saw something within me that said, hey, we're going to overcome all of these things that you've done because we know where your heart is. Where is your heart in the family structure? What are we trying to do to take our family to another level? What are we doing? How are we approaching life? How are we going to help these kids? I tell you, these kids at Oxford are so ungrateful. They're ungrateful. How can you come to a school that you feed 16 times a day? You have the best practice facility. You have coaches and you have study halls beyond your wildest imagination. If I tell you to go tell the coach, thank you, you say no. If I ask the parents to volunteer, they say, why? Why should I volunteer? Because your son or your daughter that is attending this school is not owed anything. There's a lot of times that we find these kids and they feel privileged. You're not privileged. When you're given opportunities, take advantage of your opportunities, thereby giving you the best chance to succeed at accomplishing your goals. Kids, it's time to dig in. It's time to begin to listen to your teachers in school. It's time to give yourself 130%, kids, and so that you don't blow your opportunities. We have a caller on the line. Hello there.
Hi.
How you doing? Is this Kenya? Kenya, where are you calling from? The state, please.
I'm calling from Florida.
Okay. And thank you for calling the show. Do you have a question or comment for us?
Well, one of my comments is that I'm noticing that the internet, social media, some of the things that taken place have, for some reason, given our children the power. And what's baffling in my mind is, as a parent, you know, when it comes to disciplining your kids or trying to do different types of things of that nature, the kids, it's like they're not motivated to want to do certain type of things. And just like you said, I was listening earlier, that they feel that, hey, I just arrived, or this is something that that I'm going to do because I want to do it. And like, you supposed to look at them like, excuse me, and it's almost as if they feel like they're that it's something that should just be given to them instead of them, wanting to earn something. And it's just like all the social media, all these other things that come into play, they feel as if there shouldn't be any rules. And I think that's one of the things that just baffles my mind.
Well, it's funny that you say that. Because, it's an excellent topic, because these kids with the social media it's like it has taken over them. And I was at a doctor's office and they were doing a study showing that when you take your neck and you bend your neck down, that you're actually putting 60 pounds of pressure on the back of your neck. And that's looking at that phone all the time, looking down. And eventually we'll be having some new type of neck illnesses in the future. But this technology, we're not adapting to it. And I think as parents, we need to get more engaged into what the kids are doing, thereby getting closer to the kids so that it would allow us to be able to have better parenting skills. You ever notice that, you'll tell your kids something and then someone next door tell them the same exact thing and they'll listen to the next door neighbor as opposed to the parent that love them?
Yep. And you know what? It's almost as if, hey, guys, go in and wash the dishes. They look at you like you're crazy, like, why I got to wash dishes? Or go and clean up your bathroom. Well, I didn't dirty it up, or when it comes to dishes, I didn't put those dishes in there. First of all, this is your home. This is where you stay. You should want to wash the dishes, or you should want to clean up your restroom. But the minute they go to their friend's house, and if their friend's parents say, can you go in and wash the dishes? Oh, they do it, no problem. And I'm just like, what's up with that? And it seems like no matter how many rules that you put in place, it's like a lot of kids have this attitude. Like someone owes them something, and that really bothers me. Because when I grew up, my mama said at one time, and it was done. Maybe because the rules of the game have been changed so much. Maybe society probably didn't play in such a huge role in for our parents to be parents. It's like now they're trying to tell us what to do and how to raise our kids. And the thing I'm thinking is that our children know that. And it's almost as if that's something they're trying to like tell us accountable for or something to that nature.
Well, if you don't mind me digressing for a moment, kids, I asked my son today, I said, why do you listen to individuals outside your household as opposed to the people inside your household? And the answer was quite fascinating. He said to me, we listen to the parents so much that sometimes we tune you guys out until something happens, and then we remember that you were telling us the same thing. So I think that we have to be patient. We have to understand that repetition and love and prayer, and ultimately to allow these kids to become battle tested, they would have to go through their own pains and struggles in an effort to improve their lives. If we try to shoulder them, if we try to shy them away from all of the turmoil and things that would happen in this life, then we will not help them to grow. There's a book that's called The Gift of Failure by Jessica Leahy. I strongly recommend that book. It would definitely be on our site. It's extremely powerful book. It would help professionals that are teachers or parents, but most importantly, it's inspiring because it tells you and it helps you to understand that if you don't allow your kids to fail and suffer the consequences every step along the way, then we'll get some of these ill effects that we're getting now, not listening to the parents, not engaging, not being disciplined to understand household chores and duties are part of work ethic. Those type of things will never be able to be addressed if we don't begin to deal with the underlying problems.
Okay, and I really had never really thought of it, in that type of light, but it almost makes sense, and it kind of like plays a part because I'm an educator as well. And like my students, they will listen to me. However, it's kind of harder for them to like listen to their parents. And I thought that was kind of, a little awkward at one point. But now that you said that, I'm looking at it in a different light, and I'm definitely going to take that suggestions that you just told me, I am going to, take that into consideration, and maybe I can kind of like, bring it down just a little bit. Because, sometimes you get a little frustrated. We always get a little frustrated, like, why you didn't do this and blah, 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 instead of taking a step back just and pause a moment, I guess.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. We thank you for calling and call again. And we really, really, really appreciate all of the callers that call in. 888-463-6748. Don't be engaged in this conversation. Enjoy anything to say. Don't be shying away. Call on in. The importance of the family. How we're going to dig into this. We're going to dig in a little deep in here. Okay. So now I got to tell you guys, I think the man has to understand it is his job to not only provide. When I was growing up, and my dad provided for us, and he moved us to West Palm Beach. That's going to help empower your family and help put you in a power position, a life of peace. We'll be back with more interesting topics right after this. Why replace your roof when you can repair it? Call Built Right Roofing today at 844-277-7663. That's 844-277-7663. Come and experience the Built Right way at 844-277-7663. If you would like to be a sponsor or advertiser on the show, call today at 561-723-6781. If there is a topic you would like to discuss on the show, call and inform us today at 561-723-6775. You can always reach me at Facebook at Hayden Rousseau. That's HYDNROUSSEAU. The best pork, barbecue, ribs, and chicken in the state of Florida. Don't believe it? Try it yourself. Call Bounce Back Barbecue at 561-307-4382. They also do catering. That's 561-307-4382. The House of Bling is here. Woo! Specializing in rhinestone apparel. Bling out your company logo or team logo. Call today. 561-723-6781. Woo, they're ready. Get your bling, women, cheerleaders. Tell your coaches about the House of Bling. We're here for all custom apparel. Again, that phone number is 561-723-6781.
This segment of the show was sponsored by Shakira Roll at ERA Home Run Real Estate. Buy, sell, or rent. I can help the entire world. Need assistance with down payment? No problem. Call Shakira Roll today at 561-312-2641 or email her at info@rollhome.com. That's info@rollehome.com. Visit her website at www.rollhome.com. That's www.rollehome.com.
You're listening to the Hayden Russo Show on TalkZone.com. Here's Hayden Russo.
Welcome back to the show. Hey, listen, I was caught up and engaged in my conversation. I missed the shots. Cray, I see you. Look, all your Oxbridge boys, I see y'all, man. Y'all keep doing great things. And for the ones that may not be at Oxbridge now, go do great things. Be inspired. Make this fuel you. Let it help you to take you to another level. Okay? Go in the gym. Take it out on the gym. Okay? Do some great things and be about yourself and your career, and God will take you where you need to be. But your prayer is powerful. Okay? And my last shout out, I got to say, my last shout out go to Coach Socia. Doug Socia, you're the coach at Oxbridge Academy down here in West Palm Beach, Florida. They have 2 great campuses in Florida, and I hope that they find a way not only to be a high school doing great things, but find a way to do those great things for elementary kids as well. It's a hard task. But guess what? If it's anybody out there that can find that answer, Oxbridge Academy can. But to Coach Social, to all the things that you're doing for all of the kids in this community, buddy, it doesn't matter. The rich kids, the poor kids, you got them all in managing everything. We salute you. To Coach Social, hey, we wish you and your family abundance of life and happiness. Getting back to our topics here. Okay. Who is responsible for the finances of the family? Who's going to take charge to make sure that your next generation is not living the paycheck the way that we're living the paycheck on a daily basis? Guys, y'all heard the statistics. I gave them to you, okay? 85% of you, when you get the age of 65, will make $6,000 or less. And for all of you young folks and all of you college educated folks, sometimes I know how to say education. But when I speak with passion, education folks. Okay. When I'm passionate, I don't say here. I say here. So there is to be some adjustments that we'll make, and you'll get to know Hayden Russo as we go along the way. But the responsibilities of the finances in a household is the responsibility of the head of the household. In my situation, in my case, I have a boss that I have to answer to, which is my wife. Oh, yes. I answer to my wife. If my wife say, hey, the house need a pressure cleaning, I don't ask her when she thinks it needed pressure clean. I pressure cleaned it and said, you had something else you was thinking about, darling? Oh, the place will look good with some security cameras around the building. Guess what? Now we have security cameras. If my wife wake up and say she feel like she tastes something, I'll go get it. Why do I do this, guys? When you get at peace with yourself to where you can give yourself to not only your wife, to anyone else in the world, watch your life grow. Stop trying to provide for your family. Stop trying to say that I'm a police officer and I have to work all kind of crazy hours to provide for my family. But if you die, everything that you leave, would they know who left? Would they know what your favorite colors are? Would they know in a place of peace what truly makes you happy? Those things are accomplished during the times when we're spending time with each other and learning to enjoy life. Be grateful for your family. Be grateful for your girlfriend. Be grateful for your husband. Be grateful for the people that come into your life. Be grateful. Now, this show here, look, I'm going to give you the blueprint to take control of your finances, to take control of your family. And ladies and gentlemen, we have to stop this fallacy that we are here only to provide and to give our kids an education. If any of you guys have ever read The Millionaire Next Door, you'll learn that the multi-rich billionaires, you ever thought about why they give away all of the money? Why they don't just give all of the funds to their family and friends so that they can continue to live off his money? I've learned the reason that these things have happened is because the most important thing that you can give anyone in your family is education. And sometimes I think that we get this education thing kind of twisted. Okay? So I'm going to speak about everyone else, but first let me speak about me because I didn't graduate from high school. I have no college education except the college courses that I take now and going on campus and taking other college courses, but to go and say I have a MBA in anything or a PhD in anything, oh no, I have none of that. I have none of that. Okay? Why am I successful? It's not because I don't have a college education. I'm successful because of my discipline to continue to want to learn. My discipline to say that I will fail at anything. My discipline and my drive that accept no as a yes and would take 1,000 no's to continue to move in a forwarded direction until I find a one yes that would break this thing for me. This afternoon, I'm going to give you the blueprint and the tools necessary to increase your finances. We have to be the person that we want to be tomorrow, not living paycheck to paycheck, not being part of the 85% that will be broke. $6,000 a year. Guys, my kids spend $6,000 on food in maybe 6 weeks. Going out to restaurants, eating fast food. And I don't mean the unhealthy fast food. I don't want to start calling names. I do not represent Chipotle, Chick-fil-A, Pollo Tropical, Boston Market. I don't represent those places. But however, it's a choice because you can choose to go to these other places where you're eating processed food. Okay? It costs you more to be broke. You cost society more by being broke. You cut your lifespan short by being broke. And if you're not living in abundance, you're broke. I'm in the broke category, and that's why I'm doing something about it. That's why I sleep only 3-4 hours a day, and I continue to work on my goals every single day. Okay? Now, we have to begin to start thinking like the rich. You guys think that the rich people got some special kind of powers? You guys think the rich people have some magic wand? No. They put their pants on the same way we put our pants on. They put their skirts on the same way you put your skirts on. They put your bra on, women, the same way you put your bra on or your shirt. And males, we put shirts on the same way. All of us must use the restroom the same way. All of us was given a mind by God, and all of us was created equal. It's just some of us just lazy than others. You ain't going to outwork me. I refuse to let anyone on planet Earth outwork me in anything. You're not going to cut grass better than me. You're not going to wash dishes better than me. You're not going to talk more than me. You're not going to support the cheerleaders more than me. I'm not allowing, you're not going to even walk faster than me. You're not going to clean up better than me. You're not going to take care of your kids better than me. You're not going to take care of your wife better than me. I will not let you outwork me. I get up every single day, 3-4 o'clock, and take care of my responsibilities of making my brain stronger to deal with adversity. So in a scale of 1 to 10, you find 85% of the population choose anger as the way to deal with frustration. And I'm here to tell you, ladies and gentlemen, anger is not going to do but get you anywhere. Anywhere. I'm going to give you a trick, and I'm going to teach you a secret on how the rich get rich. And I'm going to recommend a book that would change your life and so that you could take advantage of your opportunities. But I'm going to tell you before I start getting into the second clip, Dave, and you can pick up this second clip for me, Dave, around 10 minutes and 15 seconds. And I want to play that for a minute or two there, and I'll let you know when to cut it, Dave. But I got to tell you guys before we come back, if you want to be successful, start Googling what successful people do. If you want to be successful in this life, start. And by understanding that, until you help others solve their problems, you will never be able to live the life of abundance. It is important, guys, that we learn what successful people do. Okay? What I mean by that is successful people do things a different type of way than we do. For example, one guy, he saves $4 to $20 every day. And this money is only to be used when the stock market drops below 60 to 70%. Okay? So we know that the stock market crashes on average every 4 to 6 years, 7 years. It crashes. Okay? So we're going to take the 4-year analysis. And we're going to say if you save $3 for 4 years, that you'll have approximately $4,300. Actually, the correct amount is $4,380. And when the stock market crash, if you take those same $4,380 and you go in the S&P 500 and you begin buying stocks across the board, any stock that you see that's under $2, $3, you just buy them and you take that money, that $4,380, and you leave it there. That money has the potential to grow to $5 million when the economy bounce back. And all you did was change your thinking. What type of thinking did you change? You changed your thinking to understand the way that people think. The way that the successful people think. Let me correct that. Because most of us buy product when it's at its peak. Most of us buy the products that we like and want, that will benefit us and will help us gain no competitive advantage. But are you telling me you can't be disciplined to invest $3 a day? Are you telling me that you can't be disciplined to be able to wait for the market to crash? And when the market crash, you purchase at the right time? And ladies and gentlemen, when you make the purchases, let's take in 2008. Let's say you took this same strategy and you use it in 2008. Okay? You'll be a millionaire today. Because if you recall, the stock market may be hovering. Look, I haven't watched any TV or listened to any radio, so I don't know where the stock market is right now. I don't want to Google it, but I just want to work off memory. I want to say the stock market was around 15, 16,000 when I stopped watching TV 6 months ago. But I will remember the stock market when it was down in the 5,000 to 6,000. And had we done this one little trick that I'm telling you, you'll be a multimillionaire today. Now, I didn't learn these things until last month. This one rule if I would have known this one technique, and I'm going to give this book. Matter of fact, the next caller that calls in, you will get a free copy of the book that I will be bringing out to you in segment 3, the next segment. the first thing people are going to say is, I don't have no money. I don't have any money to save. I don't have time. So now if you don't have time now to begin to save, and you already know that at the age of 65, 85% of this population is going to make $6,000 less. But it doesn't get better from 85 to 95 because they only make $10,000 and under. I don't want to wait until I'm 65 to only be making $10,000. That's not even a fraction of the income that I make now. For the year? How can I feed myself and deal with any life emergencies that may come my way with $10,000 a year? And listen, it doesn't even get better from 90 to 95% because you're only from $10,000 to $15,000. That's poverty. You must begin now to work on your future. You must begin now to work on your future. You're going to wait till 65 and have to depend on your kids? Let me tell you something, mothers. You raised all your kids. All your kids can't raise you. You can put all of us together because we don't know how to completely give ourselves as kids. And that's why the parents is important for us to instill positive things in these kids' life. Your dog shouldn't die from the unhealthy foods that you die from. You ever notice that if a dog is in an obese family, the dog is obese? If the dog is in a family where they eat unhealthy and they're dying of diabetes and everything, the dog died from the same disease? Okay? We have to stop. We have to totally give ourselves to our family and to their future. Okay, I get that second clip. And when we come back, we'll just play a short, brief portion of that clip. Okay? But right now, we have to take a short break, pay the bills. We'll be back with more right after this. Car accident, dents or scratches? Has the Florida sun faded your ride? Call High Gloss Paint and Body. Their service is fast and reliable. High Gloss Auto Paint and Body will deal with your insurance company, taking all the load off your shoulders. I know what that can be like. Call them today, 561-508-4220. They're located on 2550 Windsor Avenue, Suite A, West Palm Beach, Florida. You tell High Gloss that Hayden Russo sent you. Do you have a ride on your way? Are you in the New York area? When you're stuck, call on NYC Taxi Ride Yellow and Green. We have 2 apps at your availability, www.waytoride.com or www.goarro.com. NYC Yellow Cab is ready for you. The House of Bling is here. Woo! Specializing in rhinestone apparel. Bling out your company logo or team logo. Call today, 561-723-6781. Woo, they're ready. Get your bling, women, cheerleaders. Tell your coaches about the House of Bling. We're here for all custom apparel. Again, that phone number is 561-723-6781. If you like what you're hearing from Hayden Russo, book him today, 561-723-6775. He has experience to deal with trouble use, successful businessman, excellent motivator. Whatever your problem, he has an answer. Give us a try, 561-723-6775. Are you ready for your meeting next week with the sororities club? No, I want to be different. Me too. What are you going to do about it? I'm going to call Wearable Nelly. Who? Wearable Nelly. They got you covered. Sorority logos, promotional materials, handbags, uniforms, family reunion shirts, and under pressure, they'll deliver on time. Call them today. 561-293-6444. Or you can email them at wearablenali@gmail.com. Hey, tell Rodney Russo that I sent you. That's 561-293-6444.
Welcome back to the Hayden Russo Show on TalkZone.com.
Welcome back to the show. We've been talking about today about the family structure and the importance of it. And, you know, guys, I'm trying to summarize this thing. I try to do this thing in 1 hour. It's a lot of material to try to cover in 1 hour, but I try to do my best to get it out to you. We were just speaking on health. Okay. It's important that we understand that we're living longer. You may not think that you're going to get to age 65, 70, 80, but you will. And the question that you need to ask yourself is, what are you doing now to prepare your income for the age of 65? And if you do the things that we tell you in this show, you will create an income machine. A machine that will work for you when you're asleep. You will make money when you sleep, and you will be worth more than you are now, because you will learn to take advantage of the power of compounding interest. Because when you take these $2 and you keep investing them, okay? Let's say you take $40 and you invest that over a course of 20, 30 years, okay? That's $500,000. But if you don't invest that $500 correctly, if you throw it into a mutual fund, if you throw it into a 401k that's not properly set up, how much of that $500,000 would be yours when you get 65? And studies have shown that it's going to be approximately 45 to 55%. Uncle Sam is going to take their money. So learn how to increase your wealth without increasing Uncle Sam's wealth at the same time. And these are some of the things that is very popular in our 401k plans. The number one suggestion that I have for you in your 401k plan is to check the box that says that you want to be treated as a Roth. You want to be taxed on the money that you're earning now, so that all money that grows into this account and all withdrawals that's taken out in the future is tax deductible. So as we begin to put this plan together, we need you to overcome your fears, overcome that I can't do it, overcome that these things can't happen to me. God brought us everyone here to live life of abundance as kings and queens. Dave, if you'll slide into that clip for me around 10 minutes, I greatly appreciate it. I'll cue you in to cut it for me.
And when I start changing that kind of mindset of beating myself up because of my mistakes and start looking at the possibility of my doing better, of my making the adjustment that would enable me to do what I want to do successfully, things begin to change. And I'm saying, stop beating up on yourself. You do it. I know you do it. I've done it. It's a natural inclination for us to put ourselves down. See, we are born negative, I think, in a negative consciousness because we live in a negative world. Here's some other things, ladies and gentlemen. Begin to guard your mind against negative programming, like turn off the television. Don't watch the news. So you've got to guard the kinds of things that you put in your mind. See, if you don't program your mind will be programmed, because human beings are goal-oriented. That's why we die of broken hearts early. That's why we're running through life to early graves. We're going through life, ladies and gentlemen. And I think that Henry David Thoreau said that most men live in quiet desperation. Most of us go through life running scared. So we created this in our minds, false evidence appearing real. We made it real in our minds.
You can cut it, Dave. Stop making false evidence appear real in your mind. 99% of the fears that we go through on a daily basis, you will never, ever, ever experience them. Ever. You think about anything that you ever feared and tell me it came true. Any worries that you had, although God said don't worry, it's a sin. However, you tell me anything that you have done to cause your life to change in a positive way. Okay? Tony Robbins has a book called Money Master the Game. 7 Simple Steps to Financial Freedom. I have purchased 6 of these books. I've given them to anybody that's meant anything to me. I'm using this book to help better my family. I'm maximizing. Last year was the first year that I began to get into the stock market. Lack of knowledge. What you don't know hurts you. Pick up a book. Begin to do what the successful people do. Begin to grind and drive and work hard every day. When you go to work. Your future is depending on it. Love your job. Your retirement is depending on it. Love the people around you, because studies show, and I've learned, that you're number one, you're not going to be successful if you're making somebody else successful. That's by going to work. Look, job means just over broke. You was not brought here for that. You were brought here to live a life of abundance. The successful people spend 3% of their income every single year. So if you have someone that's making $100,000, they are going to take 3% or $3,000 of that to buy books, go to workshops, do seminars, do anything to improve them. On the contrary, okay, what do broke people do? They complain. They whine. They complain about the problem. They keep talking and worshiping the problem and not working on solutions. What broke people do? They stay asleep. They don't have no schedule. It takes no effort to be a loser. It takes no drive. Anybody can go lay down and complain and wait for the sun to come back up the next day. Wait for someone to feed you. But when are you going to take personal responsibility for your life? When are you going to do the things now to make your life better in the future? The reason that I recommend this book, Tony Robbins has spent 4 years after the crash. The same people that took us in the crash, it was the same people that brought us out of the crash, which we paid for, and we had no benefits of it. Learn how to play this game of money. Just like I tell the kids all the time, you play basketball and football, but have you ever read the rules? Have you ever read the rules on basketball and football? How can you know a game if you don't know the rules? And that's what I didn't know. I didn't know the rules of family. I had to learn on my own mistakes along the way. And I tell you again, I thank my wife. I thank my kids for allowing me to grow. I thank Pastor Chester. I thank Mr. Anthony. I thank all of the people that has stuck with me through the struggles. I thank you, Marnell. I thank you, Marie. I thank you. I thank you, Steve. I thank you, Hot Rod. I thank you, Kat. I thank you, Kenya. I thank the world. I thank everybody that come into my life. I thank you, Jack Horn. I thank everybody that has helped me to become the person that I am today. And now the world will benefit from it. Every single day of my life that I'm not spending with my family, that I'm not trying to help my family become a better person, I would let you take my experience so you learn from my experience so you don't have to learn from yours. It's too costly to learn from your own mistakes. And look, I used to have these little things that I used to do when I first got married. My wife would give me positive suggestions, and women are the smartest people in the world. And I used to tell them, you can't talk to me like that. I'm the man around here. You can't do these things. I am in charge. So you got to get past that in a relationship because your kids are watching and you got to shower your house with love. And when you get in an argument, you go to bed that night together. All of this stuff these women be doing about, oh, you go sleep in the couch. Let me tell you, when you go tell your husband sleep in the couch and you're sleeping in the room, guess who's between you? The devil, and he's laughing, and his table plate, he just take turns. Send one of his disciples over there to deal with you and send the other one to deal with your wife, and when he's still eating. Get the devil out of your life and bring love into your family and let love and your mind and your goals and God take you to the destination of living an abundance of life in this life. I get passionate about this stuff. You ask me why you got so much passion about this, because I believe that every one of us on this planet was brought here to do something great. What is it you were brought here to do? Now, I'm telling you what I was brought here to do is to help and to give my knowledge and all of the things that I learned to the world. I want to end hunger in Macedonia. I want to reduce the prison rate by myself. I want to help kids throughout the world to tap within their greatness. And I leave you with this book today. And I leave you with all of the positive things. And I leave you with this. What sacrifice would you make to make your family better tomorrow? And the sacrifice that I'm going to make is that I'm going to set up retirement accounts for not only myself, not only for my wife, but my kids. And I'm going to set up 4 bank accounts. And I'm going to have one of those bank accounts to be ready for the next stock market. Everybody in the world play lottery. Save your money and be ready for the next crash and to take your family to the next level. We're out of time on this show. Thank you. We'll be back next week, same time, same place on Talk Zone between 5 and 6. It's been fun, but we got to run. Woo! I had fun. So much time, so much material. You can always catch us on demand on Talk Zone. Download us on your MP3 player, or you can catch us on YouTube. Google the Hayden Russo Show, and we'll have you. We'll be streaming live coming up real soon. Next week, we'll be streaming live, so you'll be able to see us. Thank you. Come back, and we'll give you more. Why replace your roof when you can repair it? Call Built Right Roofing today at 844-277-7663. That's 844-277-7663. Come and experience the Built Right way at 844-277-7663. If you would like to be a sponsor or advertiser on the show, call today at 561-723-6781. If there is a topic you would like to discuss on the show, call and inform us today at 561-723-6775. You can always reach me at Facebook at Hayden Rousseau. That's HYDNROUSSEAU. The House of Bling is here. Woo! Specializing in rhinestone apparel. Bling out your company logo or team logo. Call today. 561-723-6781. Woo, they're ready. Get your bling, women, cheerleaders. Tell your coaches about the House of Bling. We're here for all custom apparel. Again, that phone number is 561-723-6781. If you like what you're hearing from Hayden Russo, book him today. 561-723-6775. He has experience to deal with trouble use, successful businessman, excellent motivator. Whatever your problem, he has an answer. Give us a try. 561-723-6775.